In this video, I have Patriotic Tier 3 DIY inspiration, which is a part of the 5 under 5 for April. Well, hello my beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel if you're returning, and if you are new, welcome to you as well. This is Christine, your DIY craftaholic, so let's get crafting. DIY number 1. This is a crate that was already painted. Yes, I'm reusing this. And I'll be painting it with some blue, cool, red apple barrel and white. Yes, I'm giving it another coat of white paint. So I'm just using the ruler and pencil to score the side of the crate because that part is not open. So here I am going in with 2 coats of the true blue from apple barrel. And I'm doing the top part in blue. And here it is all done. So the bottom was red, or you can call that the top if you're going to use this as a book stack, which I am obviously doing. So I took the red paint pen from Dollar Tree and I wrote the word red. And then I took the red paint pen. This came in a pack from Amazon and I wrote the word white. And then I used, there I was tapping, okay, Christine, you made a mistake right here. But then I went in with the white paint pen again and wrote blue on the blue section. And then just drew some little stars on that white right beside where it says white. Now that was done, I dried it, and now I'm placing I'm giving it a coat of Mod Podge to seal the paint and to just give it a finished look. Now it's done. I got this ribbon from the Dollar Tree. I believe this was in the summer section, but anyway, I'm using it here. I'm just cutting a piece off, gluing it on the inside, and then wrapping it around the box and then gluing down the other end. And for further embellishment, I made a finger bow and just glued it on at the side. I found a half bead and glued that on the top of the bow, just to cover up that section. And this one is done. If you were to recreate this DIY, I would say this would cost you just $1.25. You would purchase the crate, and of course everything else you would have already have in your stash. And there it is. Now this is 5 under 5 for May, and 5 under 5 challenge turns 3 years old. This challenge is hosted by Emily from Farm Charm Chic and Missy from Crafty Cove. And our guest host is Mary from Craft Away with Me. I absolutely love this playlist. It's one of my favorite playlists to participate in. I will leave the links for the ladies' channels down in my description box, as well as the playlist where you can check everybody out when you get done watching my video. I'll also link the playlist under the video for easy reference. For DIY number 2, I'll be using these 2 mini rolling pins. I got these from Woodpecker's Craft. I am an affiliate, and if you are interested in these, a link is in my description box where you can check these out. So I wanted to have just a small part on it that's showing red and white. So I painted a section with the white paint first, and then I painted the red beside of that and dried it with the heat gun. And I had cut strips of masking and this tape is going to be where the stripes are. I placed the tape down and leave about the same distance between the next tape, just using a little piece of the tape as a spacer. Once I place that down, I'm going to wrap the top of the pin because I don't want any paint to get on that section. And next I took the blue paint, which is true blue from Apple Barrel, and I'm going to go over all the section. And then I took the white paint and painted the top of the pins. And now it's dry. This is what it looks like. I am now revealing what's under the tape, and here it is. And for the second one, I decided to try the paint pen And this is to give you an idea if you do not have paint in the color that you want and you do have paint pens, you can use those as alternative. So I took the red paint and painted off a section and dried it, and then went in with the white paint pen from Dollar Tree and dried that, and the same for the blue. And this is what they look like. Now these are some Dollar Tree rub-on transfers. I'm just selecting some words. This says discover memories. If you don't have rub-on transfers in the words that you would like to say on your project, if you have good penmanship, you can write that. I write sometimes, and you'll see that further on. So I'm just taking the craft stick and just rubbing that on, and then using the plastic to just burnish that. Now the price for these mini rolling pins, it's like 25 cents each on Woodpecker's Craft website, and the more you purchase is the lower the cost. So you get a bulk price when you purchase more. I purchased 6 of them, and the 6 cost me about $3 and some change, I believe, and that's before tax. And I'm only using 2, so of course that falls way below $1. And these 2 little mini rolling pins are complete. Love them. And the rules of this challenge is that you must create 5 DIYs for under $5. So easy. For DIY number 3, have scrap wood. Great! Make a scrap wood DIY. So I had this piece of scrap wood in my stash, and I just sanded it down, painted it with 2 coats of white paint, and here I'm just distressing the edges and the middle. Now this part is optional. You don't necessarily have to do this if you don't want to, but I thought that doing it this way would just give it a nice look. Now after I did that, I took some pieces of tape, and these were remaining from what I used in the previous DIY with the rolling pins, and I just taped off the top just to give me some indication of where my lines need to be. And I took my pencil and I'm writing in the word USA. I started with the U first, and then I did the A, and I'm freehanding this. If you have stencil, you can. If you have stickers, you can, but I freehanded it. And now here I'm taking a blue paint pen and I'm painting in the top part of the U, and I'm going to do the same for the S and the A. If you are new to my channel or coming over from the playlist, welcome. I'm so happy you joined me today. Here on my channel, I do DIYs on a budget, dupes, look for less, and some occasional Dollar Tree shopping hauls and thrift flips. If you love budget-friendly DIYs like these and you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing and be sure to hit that notification bell. Hit it again and select all so YouTube notifies you whenever I upload new videos. So I did the blue, and now it's time to do the red, and I'm doing the same thing. I'm just painting in the bottom section of the letters, and I'm leaving that middle part open. And here it is all done. Now I decided to use, let me see what I'm doing here. Okay. All right. I'm using my perforating tool and some white paint and just dotting the blue section, and that's giving the impression that these are stars. And I also did the same for the red part. And then I took the gold marker and I'm just outlining that white space that was left between the letters, and I extended that out to the edge of the board just to give it an appearance that it's a band going across the word. Removing the tape. And to balance that gold section in the middle, I went at the top with some stitch line. And then I had these rub-on transfers. This is the eagle. I cut that out and I'm going to rub that on. Now, I don't know why I added gold, but since I added the gold, I said, why not just take it a little bit further? So I found the eagle and I just transferred that on there. And then just burnish it carefully and then applied some Mod Podge to seal everything. And I thought that it needed something else. It was still looking a little bit too bare. So I took my jute cord, burned off the fuzzies, and made a little bow and just glued that to the top left. And this is how it turned out, guys. Let me know what you think. Now on to DIY number 4. These two hearts, wooden hearts, came in a pack of 14 from Michael's, and I paid $4.99 for the pack. And I'm using 2, and I'm just gluing them together just to make it a little thicker. I applied wood glue and hot glue and then just clamped them until they dried. And after they dried, I applied some white paint, not to all of it, just to 3/4 of it, and left that little top left section undone. And then I dried it with the heat gun. And here I am taking some tape, and I'm going to tape off sections to give me stripes. I want to remind you to please check out the playlist when you get done watching my video, as well as the host channel, Emily, Missy, and Mary. Alright, so after I tape that off, I'm now going to paint the striped section with some red paint. And then dried it. And I taped off sections under that little that little piece that was left off, and did the same thing, just painted that, dried it. And then here I'm removing the tape. And of course there was bleeding at some points, but that's an easy fix. And that top section that's undone, I took the same tape, just flipped it around, taped down the striped side, and then use the blue paint to just paint that section. I gave it 2 good coats. I want to take this time just to thank all of my subscribers. You guys are amazing. I am so close to 3,000. I thought I would have been there before my birthday, but that's okay. I will have a giveaway in May, and I will let you know more about that in a few weeks. I'm still waiting for some products to come in so I can show you what I'll be giving away. And the giveaway will be just for subscribers, so this would be a good time to subscribe if you haven't yet done so, to make sure that you get into the giveaway. Share my video to your friends, your family, and all of that, so get the word out and help get me there to that 3,000 mark. But we're not stopping there, okay? We're not stopping there. We have to get to that point and then beyond. So you saw me do all of that. I dried and then Mod Podged. Took the perforating tool again and dotted on some spots that represents the stars. And then I took the jute cord, made a bow. And before I glued that on, I'm just distressing the edge of my heart with some Waverly Antique wax, and then dirtied up the surface. Now I thought I could have left it there. I don't know why I didn't. So here I'm just testing out this furniture marker to see whether or not I could use it to write the word USA. That didn't work. I took the paint pen and tried that, and it still didn't work. And then I used Sharpie to write that. I should have just left it as is. After I wrote that on there, I decided I didn't like it anymore. But it was already done. So there you go. And I believe this little heart is done. Let me know what you think about this, guys. Perfect for a little tier tray. Now we're on to DIY number 5. Now this is a tag. I had started with making the tassel, and I had these beads already painted, red, white, and blue, and I took some stars and I painted that as well. So I gave the tag 2 coats of white paint. That's Folk Art Wicker White. And that same sponge that I was using to distress the heart, I used it to distress the tag. I'm a double-sided girl. I thought about doing the other side, but then I'm like, no, Christine, you need to just leave that one alone. So I'm only working on one side. So after I did that, I just Mod Podged, and then here I am gluing on the hearts, red, white, and blue. And then I'm stringing the tassel. I started with the blue, then the white, and then the red. And I did that until I was all done, and then I tied on the tag, and here it is. Me love it, me love it. Now we're here for the final reveal. These are the 5 DIYs that I did for less than $5. You can do it too. I'm sure you can. Just search around your stash and see what you have to make some very cute patriotic tier tray DIYs. If you recreate any of these, I'd love to see what you do. Send me an email or connect with me on Instagram and I will share them in my next video. And here they all are on this tier tray. I love them. Let me know which one was your favorite. If you love budget-friendly content like this one, I would recommend you watch this video right here. And to binge watch on more budget-friendly DIYs, watch this playlist. And don't forget to check out the host channels as well as the playlist linked below. And I'll catch you in my next one. Bye!